Hi, everybody, and welcome to another month of Boss of the Month. I'm your host, McKenna, and I'm here with our co host, Martana.
Hi, so happy to be doing our July Boss of the Month. This month, our boss is Raven Lexime. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Raven?
Yes, absolutely. My name is Raven and I work for Lewis Management Corporation here in Chino, California. And I'm one of the assistant general managers here at our beautiful site.
We love Lewis. We love working with you guys. And we chose you to be our boss of the month because you stand out from the rest. And it was our founder who said, who I think would be a good fit for this is Raven. It has to be her this month. That's why we picked you. And we want to go over a few things like how are you excelling in this industry so well? And maybe we can give some pointers to other people on how they can do it too. So, my first question is what is your favorite aspect of your job right now?
I think the favorite aspect of my job right now is all the different changes in how we communicate with our residents. I've been in this industry for a long time, and before it's like everything was handwritten, everything was like face to face, and now most people want to be text, email. So it's trying to really get back to the core of how do you give that one-on-one in-person type of feel and service, but doing it in this new stage that we live in, so much technology. So I think that's what's great, and that makes it more of a favorite for me because it's like I'm challenging myself to find different and better ways to still give that great service to the residents.
Yeah, that's awesome. What do you wish people knew more about your role?
I wish that people knew that it takes a special type of person to be in a manager role. I think we play the therapist, where they can financial consultant, where the troubleshooters, the maintenance, we wear a lot of hats. So a lot of times I think people have the perception that we come in and we're just like these no people, but we actually do care. We are actually people outside of what our title states. And our job, the reason why we chose to be in this field is because we love helping people. So I wish people put that aspect first, sometimes when talking to us versus fighting us so hard sometimes to get us to give them the support that's needed so that they can make the best choices for them and their family.
That's great. Playing off of that, you're saying staying connected to them. In line with that, how do you do that? How do you advocate for your residents and stay connected with them on a day-to-day basis? Like you're saying in the beginning, it's difficult now because everything is text, everything is over Zoom. Not a lot of is face to face now. How do you stay connected with them and advocate for them?
I think the way that I found success, I guess I should say, I found success in staying connected with my residents is by being just myself and being genuine. So usually if someone reach out, it's not always necessarily because they're happy. Tend to reach out because they're mad about something was communicated. So I always like to start with thank you for reaching out, thank you for allowing me to assist you. And I
Mm,
think that kind of let them know that I'm not a robot. Like, though it may seem like I have to follow a certain policies or rules, at the end of the day, my job is to service you. So whether that's parking or whether that is something that has to do with living on site, I want to be able to, hey, you got a violation. No, but this is why you got the violation. Let me give you some suggestions on how to avoid this. Text us, call us, pre-schedule your guest passes in advance. Let me send you a link for that. Let me know if you have any trouble. Let me give you the flyer. I try to go above and give them they say less is more, but sometimes more is more because you're
Right.
providing that extra care, that extra service to them so that you don't have to worry about those things. They can enjoy just living life.
Yeah, I love that. That's really good. Sometimes more really is more. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good tidbit to remember, especially when it comes to communication. I think that the more we communicate, the better. So that's a
Yeah,
really good piece of advice.
yeah, it's hard because with texting, right? If I was to have that same conversation back in the day, yeah, it's probably a little bit easier to say less is more because you're trying to get them service and then move to the next person. But when you're dealing with text, you have to also consider the texting time, the email response time back from them getting. So, yeah, more is more because maybe they're getting just as many emails as getting. So, where they're not having so many times through.
Yeah, that's great. So adding to that is some good advice, but what is another piece of advice that you could offer someone who's new to the industry?
Have fun. Have fun. Don't take anything too seriously. And remember why you got into your position. Remember that
Mm.
it was the enjoyment of helping people. And a lot of times it's a bit of a weight to hold on our shoulders with our titles, whether it's entry level or upper management level. We have to remember why we do this. And I wake up every day just grateful that I'm able to assist people. I'm able to love doing what I do. So just to have fun and not take anything too seriously.
Wow, yeah, I that's the second time we've heard that on this show is don't take it too seriously, don't take it too personally. It is obviously your job, and to the people who live in your community, it's their lives, right? So it's you're staying on top of it and you're helping them with their problems, but also you have a day-to-day thing to do. You have a lot of roles and a lot of hats to wear. And so, I guess segueing into my next question, how do you use Community Boss to manage like a boss? How do you use it to help lift some weights off of your shoulders so that you can focus on some other things?
I think it starts with the first time that person comes into our doors to visit our property. We want things to be accessible and very easygoing and a smooth transition. Moving is a lot, and you're being thrown a lot of information all at once on top of anything else that's going on outside of you moving to our property. I manage Community Boss in a sense of it's an addition to everything else that we offer. We offer a pool, we offer a gym, but we also offer this great software that you can, without having to always make contact with the office, it's accessible 24 hours of the day for your guests so that you're able to barbecue. You're able to do the day-to-day life things that brings you joy outside of them going to work as well. After the bustle and the grind of the week, they want to just like chill with their families. And so by signing up in advance for their guest passes, and what I really like about Community Boss now is that you can see the map where you're located within the community. So if you're giving out the pass, they know exactly where to go. So you don't have to worry about calling or contacting anybody or driving outside of your apartment, say, hey, follow me with my car. So it offers a lot of great benefits to enhancing the living experience being on our property.
That's amazing. I love to hear the success stories, and especially with Lewis, we've heard so many good things about you guys and just how you are using Community Boss, and in my opinion, you're definitely managing like a boss. The good work. Thank you for coming on today, and thank you for helping shed some light on the industry and how you really can stay connected and advocate for your residents. It is inspiring. I know people say this is an inspiration, but it really is when we get to meet somebody like you who's not grouchy because they have to do these things, but they're happy and they have a servant attitude about it. It makes all the difference and it makes the problems of day to day a lot easier to deal with, especially when you are living in a community and you do have something go wrong. I wish I could come to you if I had something, but you can definitely see your spirit shine through. So thank you again for talking with us.
Thank you.
And thank you to everybody watching. Stay tuned for next month's August Boss of the Month. We'll see who it is. Maybe it's you. If you have a friend, maybe you want to highlight them too. Somebody who's using Community Boss in an amazing way. Raven, if you have anything to plug, this would be your time to do it. A TikTok, a YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is, go ahead.
You can always follow our community at Lewis Group, the company. Keep managing boss, everyone.
It's
Yeah,
so cool to hear how you're using the mapping and that it's being put to use. That is something that I wished my apartment had when I was living in an apartment because I hated having to go outside to show my friends where to go.
Oh yeah, I've come from larger sites in Orange County where people would visit me and I'm like, "You're here? Give me 1 second." I'm running an elevator, jumping in my car, making a U-turn. I'm like,
That happened to me this weekend. The community I live in does not have community boss. They
"I
definitely need it, and my friend was coming over to visit, and she's, like, looking at me through my window of my apartment, and I'm like, "Right there, park right there," and she's, "This one?" And I'm like, "No, 2 over." And a community boss could just help with that so much, but it
yeah,
is really awesome to see you guys using it like that.
it's really nice. Even for when we give the special passes for our events for people who use the clubhouse and are have a reservation for the community, it comes up when they can scan the barcode and then it tells them, okay, this is where the property is located and then this is where you would park. So it's very handy in a sense of like you're not having to run back and forth or constantly text or call people and try to direct them, especially if you're not good with directions.